Yo, what's up guys? Today we're gonna be showing you example builds for PvP in BloxFruits. So today we're gonna be showing you example builds. So we're gonna start off with talking about the race. Your races should always be Angel, Cyborg, Ghoul, Meek, Human, and Shark in that order. It should be in that order. So it should be Angel, Cyborg, Ghoul, Meek, Human, and Shark. So people might say, why Shark is all the way down there? It got nerfed. It's no longer as good as it used to be. It wasn't even too good. It was mostly used by noobs, but like these days it's still exclusively used by noobs who don't like change their minds too much and they follow like really old guides. In terms of like items for guns, you probably want to use Soul Guitar or Kabucha. You might see Serpent Bow and Obsidian Gun. Obsidian Gun is only used by gun mains, and Serpent Bow is usually used very rarely. Kabucha is also used very rarely. These days you probably see a lot more Soul Guitar. For accessories, you want to be using, for beginners, you want to be using Pelt Scarf or Hunter's Cape or Pilot Helmet. Hunter's Cape and Pilot Helmet still do well in later on. Pelt Scarf also does pretty well, but it lacks like a lot of stats. It only gives like a 20% fruit boost as well as a hockey increase in terms of Avo increase in its range. And 2 dodges, but it's honestly outclassed by like something like if you want to just use like Kitsune Ribbon or Kitsune Mask. It's honestly better because it gives more stats and more survivability. Leviathan Shield is the tankiest item in the game. If you use the Leviathan Shield, you will be able to survive a full combo. Directly could survive a full combo. Alright, so for swords, you want to be using CDK. Dark Blaze used occasionally. TTK is usually used sometimes, but it's also honestly a good alternative. Buddy Sword is used for poking. Fox Lamps is used occasionally, but it's pretty solid. Midnight Blade is used occasionally, but it's also pretty solid. Pole second form, it's used rarely. Yeah, it's used rarely. Saber is honestly used by sweats. Shark Anger is used a lot. Sea Sway is used by sweats. Spiky Trident is used a lot. Dragon Trident is used a lot. Gravity Cane is used a lot. Soul Cane is used by sweats. And yeah, that is pretty much all the swords, guns, and accessories. For fruits, you want to be using light. Light is used occasionally. It's not actually, don't use light. It's only used by people who know what they're doing. Buddha is used by noobs, usually just to M1 spam. Portal is used a lot. Portal is used a lot. It's actually one of the best fruits in the game. People say it's not. Some people might say it's not. They just don't play the game enough. It is one of the best fruits in the game. It's been in meta for too long. I think it's been like 2 years since it's still in the meta. It definitely should get nerfed to the ground. Rumble is used by sweats. T-Rex is easy to use. It's pretty solid as well. Doe is easy to use, but it's hard to master. It's honestly hard to master. It's easy to use, but hard to master. You probably will never see like a good Doe user because they all switch to like Portal or something. Shadow is okay, but it's a pretty close range fruit. You probably won't be using it too much. Venom is also strong. Spirit is really strong. Dragon's okay, but you can't get it because it's in progress right now. So like enhancement for like a year now. And Kitsune. Kitsune is also strong, very strong. It's easy to learn. Also really fastest fruit in the game. But usually you'll see people use Portal more often than not. So yeah, I'll be giving you guys example builds now from like beginner to pro. So I'll see you guys pretty soon. Alrighty, we are back. So this is our first build we're going to show. This is for beginners. So for beginners, you want to be using Buddha spam and 1 spam. It'll probably get you pretty high in the bounty, at least 15 mil. I've seen like 30 mil, not 30. I've never seen a 30 mil Buddha spammer. I've seen like 25 mil Buddha spammers. Buddha spamming is obviously pretty good. You want to be using your Buddha, press Z. So once you have Z, you could use your other abilities. You should be using All Awakening, except for C. C could be used for if you want to use the snipe, or you want to use their super jump. The super jump is also pretty good. I've seen some Buddha use Unawaken because Unawaken has the mobility to move around faster. So your kit should be all gap closers and chem breakers. So your electric claw is usually used to gap close with the C move. do that, and then once you break their can, you just spam your melee. Your sword. Your sword should be your strongest weapon that you can hit with, or it could be like a spiky trident or a shark anchor, where it could be like you could like grab them after you can break so they can't escape. Like do that, like X move, do that. And your gun move should be soul guitar to break can, or to heal up, or to like run away basically if you need to. The race you should be using is honestly Cyborg. Angel will not work too well with Buddha. You could also use Goal. Goal is actually pretty nice with Buddha, as well as Meek. So basically Cyborg, Goal, and Meek. Not in that order. It could be whichever one you pick. Human is not too good. You don't need too much damage. Shark is not too good anymore because you basically don't need that much protection, and the protection doesn't do much anymore. So yeah, this is a beginner build. Don't forget you need Hunterscape as well to maximize your damage and your mobility. It's highly recommended you use Hunterscape, but you can use anything else that you want to use. So yeah, that is a beginner build. So we're going to show you a mid-level build now. Alrighty, we are back. This is a mid-level build, so you still want to be using Hunter's Cape. Honestly, Hunter's Cape is probably the best item. Like I said, good beginner, good item to just have overall. So this is a mid-level build, so you definitely need Portal for this. Portal is honestly the best fruit in the game, and you'll probably see like every mid-level player or high-level player, in fact, to use this as well, because it just has so many can breakers, high mobility, and like multiple escapes. Too good to be used, and honestly it should get nerfed to oblivion, but you know the devs are not going to do anything about that. So usually you start off your combo with Godhuman C, or you can use your Z move. Z move can break their can. You can use CDK, but you can also use like Shark Anchor, TTK. Honestly, any strong sword, but I'm using CDK for this demonstration. Soul Guitar if you also want to break can. The V move spam, there's the V move cheese spam. Your stat line should be sword main, by the way. I know I'm currently fruit main actually. I'm actually fruit main right now, but you should be sword main though. You should be using sword main, especially for that Buddha combo as well. The Buddha build, you also want to use sword main as well. So yeah, your race could be anything really. Anything is fine with this build. Race is not too important. You could be human for more damage, Gold for heals, Cyborg for can break, Angel for disruption, or Meek for disruption and mobility. So yeah, that is basically the Portal build. So now we're gonna go on to the sweaty build that you usually see people use in sweat builds. Alrighty, we have the sweat build. So this is a sweat build. Honestly, build is not too good. You could be using like Portal instead. You could also be using Godhuman instead of Superhuman, because they basically do the same thing, except for not as bad. The X move is pretty unusable. So basically in the sweat build, you probably just like jumping in the air and just start shooting your shoot, like just to shoot your thing until you break Ken. You're just basically doing that half the time, and then you just go in. You could also use Seasway or Soul Cane for this build. I think this is a gun main build. I'm pretty sure this is a gun main build because you're using a Ascenium gun, but I don't know. This build is honestly only used by sweaty people who circle jerk in the PvP community. I don't recommend this build honestly because it's not viable in PvP situations. I've seen the people actually try to use this build in bounty hunting. Do not use this build in bounty hunting. This is only for circle jerking if you want, like, oh, I'm pro at this game. I spent like 100 hours now. I watch like PvP content creators, and I want to be like just like them. So yeah, that's basically the build. So yeah, I'll be showing you my build that I personally used to hit 30 mil. As you can see, I'm 30 mil. So I'll be showing you my build. Alrighty, so this is my build that I hit with 30 mil for Pirate and Marine. I use Eclaw, but you can also use Sanguine Art these days. I use Eclaw because I got 30 mil before the Sanguine update, which is like 2 years ago now, a year ago. It's been a long time. I use Phoenix. You want to max out your Phoenix. Honestly, you preferably want to max out your Phoenix. Use all Awaken moves. I use Yama, but you can also use Spiky Trident. So Yama is just there for more mobility, but you can also use it in a combo, an off-form combo if you want to just finish off someone. Soul for utility and can break and escapes. And your race could be fish, cyborg, or ghoul. No, just cyborg or fish. Honestly, not ghoul. Just cyborg or fish. But preferably cyborg these days because fish got nerfed. This is a fruit main build. This is also a full form build, so you gotta use full form. Utilize air camping in this build as well. Air camping is very integral in this build. Your weakness is honestly venom. Venom hurts a lot unless you're using Leviathan Shield. If you're not using Leviathan Shield, like you're using Pell Scarf, like what I'm using right now, Pell Scarf, it'll hurt a lot. But you want to be using Leviathan Shield or Pell Scarf. You could use Kitsune Ribbon. Kitsune Ribbon also helps against fruit damage as well. Also gives you a lot more mana, so have more downtime. If you run out of mana in terms of like bounty hunting, just reset. If you're in terms of PvP, you gotta use like off form combos. But in bounty hunting, just reset. If you're out of combat, reset. If you're in PvP, you gotta go off form, save, conserve your energy. So what else? You don't want to use this regenerative flames because it does heal more and for less energy, but it doesn't provide damage. So you want to use everything awakened. This is not a regenerative flame. Is not awakened. You grab the awakening version of it. Your combos usually starts with your F. Your F is a can shredder, not a can breaker. Just FYI, is a can shredder. So it's not as reliable. You could also use Z, but it's not also reliable. So you're basically, this is more of a poke. Once you poke, break can, go in. I've seen people use the C move to go in. The C move is cannibal. There is no option for you to use the C move in. For off form, you want to use your C move, e-call, and then do that, and then do that, and then go back down, and then do C again. Basically, it's like, no form Phoenix has lacks the damage to finish anyone. You're usually just using it to finish people off, or if they're low, or you just also low yourself and you just want to do like that last chunk damage. You can also do that. But yeah, this is basically the build I used for my 30 build. So yeah, that is pretty much it for this video, guys. So thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.